What is up, you guys? Welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be showing you how to do a 6-lug conversion on an OBS. I know there's no videos of this because when I wanted to learn how to do it, there was no info. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. We're gonna start off. Today we're gonna start off with the rear end, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the front. So I'm gonna show you guys what I did to convert that truck to 6-lug, 2-wheel drive, 6-lug without buying spacers, adapters, nothing like that. So yeah, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and show you exactly step by step what we did to convert this one from a 5-lug to a 6-lug. And yeah, so stay tuned. Right now I got my wife. She's working on her truck, you know, girl built. So she already removed the tires on both ends. We have it jacked up. The OBS, because it's a C frame, meaning it's like this and there's nothing in between, it's just like this. So we mounted it from here, from the cab mount, because if you mount it from the actual frame under pressure, it folds up and the truck will fall on you. So make sure you have it mounted up to the point where it's not going to fall, because you're going to be shaking and moving parts back here to remove that diff, and it's not going to be nice if it falls on you. So you want to make sure, you know, safety first. You go ahead, mount it up there, and we're going to go ahead and show you what we're going to start removing, what comes off in order for this differential to come out. We still don't get the other one. Right now we're just going to leave everything. Here's the removal process of what you're going to remove from your truck, and then we're going to go to pick and pull. We're going to pull out a differential. It comes off a 4x4 OBS. You could do, I think, the newer ones. I think they're a little wider though, if you want to go calipers. But because we do burn out with them and stuff like that, we stick to drums, just due to the fact that they don't heat up as a caliper would. So what we're gonna do is remove this one. Probably in the weekend, go pick up a new rear end, and the parts that we ordered for the front are gonna be here. I'll give you guys part number and everything and show you guys. It's pretty simple, but obviously if you don't know, you know, you're kind of in the blank of what parts do I buy, what do I gotta swap out and whatnot. So right now we're gonna start by removing everything out, and then yeah, go from there. So yeah guys, remember, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and enjoy. Alright guys, first things first, we're gonna go ahead and start removing the shocks on both sides. We're gonna replace it. We're gonna remove the shocks completely. After that, we're gonna remove the U-bolts. We're gonna remove the U-bolts, and then the rear end is gonna be loose. We're gonna go ahead and remove the drive shaft from your differential, 4 bolts, and yeah, you guys, this is gonna be loose. And then just the brake line right here. We're gonna keep this splitter. We're gonna keep it original from the truck. So we're just gonna remove these brake lines that go into your cylinders. And from there, once everything is good and ready to go out, because it is in a flip kit. Normally, if you don't have a flip kit, your leaf spring is going to be on top of your diff. So once you drop it, you're good to go. It's going to drop to the ground. You want to have a jack in hand, because it's going to lower it, and then you're good to go. But because this truck has a flip kit, the differential is in between the leaf spring and the frame. So for us to pull this out, it's going to be too much manhandling and all that stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, unbolt the shackle. While we remove the shackle, we're going to be able to drop this leaf spring, and we're going to be able to kind of roll it or drag it out through the back. So that's why we have it pretty much lifted at a good angle, at a good height, where we could go ahead and do that. So yeah, you guys, we're going to go ahead and start this one. I'll probably time lapse and then just cut into the little bits and pieces that we really need to focus on, but other than that, it's fairly simple. So yeah, you guys, let's get to it. Alright guys, so we hit it with the impact. It's a socket 19, and just grab anything to Get this one out. And boom, guys, it's out. We are gonna remove it from the top just so it's out of the way for us. You don't really have to, but it's just to make things easier. So, yeah, guys. Woo-wee. There you guys have it. We're gonna repeat the process on the other side, and then we'll jump to the U-bolts. And remove the drum. We also removed the brake shoes and all the hardware that goes around it. We removed the e-brake. We're keeping that one with us. And then we go ahead right here. For my case is 15/16. Go in here. And we're gonna loosen them up. Oh, another thing you're gonna want to do is release your jack of any stress, because that's how I'm holding it right now. We're gonna remove the jack, kind of leave it there just in case, you know, kind of hovering under it, but we're gonna go ahead and remove these. And then that side, basically, yeah, it's all out. It's gonna be loose enough for us to take it out. This is gonna be the brake line, and right here where the drive shaft connects, right here on the yoke, right there. All right, guys, so that's the process that we got right now. Let me finish this up and then get back to you guys. All right, guys, so we already removed everything. The U-bolts sit right here. They go like this. Pull them just right out. Yeah. As you guys are gonna be able to see, it's not too heavy. Comes right off. So we have this little seat what is it, like a little bracket. It goes in bolted to your leaf spring. So when you do a flip kit, this one right here, if you don't have a flip kit, you don't gotta worry about this, but replaces this part right here, kind of going over your leaf spring, because it's gonna let it sit. It's gonna make sure that your differential sits flush. So yeah, guys, let me go ahead and finish that side, and then we'll get back to when we're removing this thing out of the truck. Alright, guys, everything's off completely. We disconnected the drive shaft, we disconnected brake lines, we disconnected e-brake. Everything is out. So right now what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna jack it up. We're trying to see if we can just slide it over this way or that way. Honestly, forgot it's a pain in the ass to take those leaf springs out. If not, we'll end up doing that, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the jack right here, jack it up, move it aside. This is gonna drop, and then we should make it from there. So yeah, guys, let me set you guys up so you guys can see what we're doing. Jacking it up right now. As you're gonna see, it's gonna go freely from anything that's in the way. Right here. This piece right here, look. So we're removing this one out of the way. That way it gives us more clearance from here. We're gonna pull it out, guys. So there's no nothing right here. ¿Ya?
Ya. De aquí ya salió.
Chao. Chao.
Ok.
Quita tu de este.
¿Esto?
El de aquí, quítate. You guys can see. Furniture finally out. Oh, that's stuck.
Por el otro lado.
That's stuck.
Estaba cayendo del carro.
Be careful, guys, because that could happen. That's why we got the jack stands there, for sure. Making sure everything. Huge. Alright, you guys, so as you guys saw, that thing fell out on the way. Out with a hole. We still gotta go pick up a new one. But finally out. The old owner had mounted some airbags, so these are the brackets. Yours shouldn't have it. Other than that, this is what you're gonna be left with on the very bottom. Just leaf springs, brake line, and that's it. So yeah, you guys, for you guys, you know, second, for us it's gonna be a whole week until we can go get the new diff. We're gonna go ahead and get the new one. Once we get the new one, we're gonna pressure wash it, clean it up, make sure it looks clean. We're gonna hit the bottom of the chassis and leaf spring with a little bit of, you know, satin, what is it? Yeah, satin black paint, so it looks brand new. And we're gonna clean up all the parts, hardware that we're gonna reuse. All right, you guys. So I got a little bit of purple power. I filled up the bucket halfway. I did half water, half purple power. I threw all the hardware in there. I'll give it 15 minutes in there. Then I'm gonna drain it all out, and all the grease should come off. Probably just wipe some things down here and there, but they were really greasy because this thing was leaking, or I think the rear main seal of the transmission is leaking, so we're gonna replace that one as well before we put the new one in. But there you guys, you can tell that's all that's left of it. Probably pressure wash it later on. Yo guys, all right guys, so it's been a week. We are currently on Friday. It's been a week since we removed the differential off of this truck. We got a couple parts, as you guys can see, the big old boxes. We got a couple parts coming in that we ordered. It is crunch time. This is us preparing for a CTI, me and my wife. We are trying to get her truck 6-lug swap, and this is what this video is about. We're gonna go ahead and swap swap her OBS. I'm gonna tell you guys how and everything, but I gotta go get the wheels that are gonna go on this one, because we are gonna end up painting them, and you guys will see what color. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead right now, take those tires over there, the rims, so they can remove the tires so we can have them ready. And then from there, we're gonna come back. We're gonna drop off the rims, go to pick and pull, get a new diff, come slap it on, and whenever the tires are ready, the tires are ready. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it, you guys. All right, you guys, so wheels are loaded. We're taking the OBS because it doesn't have a hard top. I was gonna take the Lightning, but they don't fit. So yeah, we're gonna take this one. Ya le hacía falta sacarla anyway, so I'm gonna take this one and hat. All right, guys, after maybe 30 minutes to an hour looking for the rims, I mean for the keys of the truck, which I don't know where the fuck they're at. She stays, and we managed to fit them in the Lightning. Ponchamos la llanta, pero no pasa nada because they're crappy ass tires. So there you guys, just go over there to my boy, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, vamos llegando acá. Shout out to mi boy. Vamos, bro. No te escondas, no te escondas. Ahí traje los rines, güey. O sea, huevo. Costó un huevo, güey. Tengo que ponchar las llantas a la verga para sacarlos. Alright, guys, so after a lot of struggle, finally out. Right here, just waiting for the. Sorry, but we're just waiting for the dolly so we can slap it on, and cool. Hey guys, is out. Took it off of a Suburban, 98 Suburban. There's two types of differentials, a fat ass one and there's this one. This is the one you want. The drums as well, there's different. The homes are like this thick and they're smaller. Oh yeah. Pick it up once we're back at the house. We gotta go get an oil pan, a diff cover, and we'll be back at the house and putting it on. Alright guys, so the new rear end is in. We got lucky. I'll post a picture that I took of the inside of here. We have a Yukon brand positive rear end and this one already, so we fucking came up, guys. So U-bolts are on. We actually lowered it 2 more inches with the 2-inch shackles that we had laying around. And so what you're gonna do now, same thing as removing to putting everything back on. We're just gonna plug and play everything that we removed earlier from the original one. The only thing is why I started recording now and I didn't record earlier because it's just a waste of time. But right now, the pinion angle, okay? So what we're gonna do right now, before we fully tighten the U-bolts on both ends, what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply the jack here, apply it a load, kind of is gonna be when it's sitting already on the ground, and we're gonna straighten this out the best we can. That way, once we go ahead and do a burnout or while we're driving, we won't have vibration or hopping. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. You bring in the jack. These are already, you know, ya casi hand tight, ya están allegadas, ya no se mueve. So we can still, you know, rotate the diff to where we need it, but at the same time, there's no play, and all your brackets are in. Everything's sitting where it's supposed to. And yeah, you guys, everything's plug and play. This came off of a 98 Chevy Suburban with drum setup, so it's the same thing. Everything connects the same way to the truck. And I'll be showing you guys how to do the front in a little bit once we're done with this. So yeah, remember, put the jack here, fix your pinion angle, and then I'll show you guys. And then that will give you a smooth ride and for you guys to ride it. So let me go ahead and finish up the rear end, put the tires on, and then we'll head to the front. Alright guys, so for the front end, I already went ahead and removed the caliper. 2 bolts, boom boom, comes off. The dust cap, the cotter pin, and then we're just gonna remove that nut. Comes out. If you're gonna go ahead and my bearings are still good, so I'm gonna reuse those. But I'm just gonna pack them with grease. I'm just gonna put more grease in there. If not, just, you know, $35 I think they cost. Buy new ones. And then I'm gonna show you guys right now the mystery of what's convert this from 5 to 6 leg. The back end done, and we're tucking. Shoo. That shit looks badass. We're gonna go ahead right now and show you the process. Alright guys, so I have these pliers. These things are not even tight. I think they're like 30 pounds. So you see, just boom, comes off. Take it off completely. Because it's just full of, this nut's full of grease. I just put it in for the cotter pin, put them aside, and then you just pull out. Y aquí no tiene chiquillas sus bearings. Esto ya aguanta el güey. Una engrasadita más y ya. We had to stop because we literally forgot about 2 bearings. Well, it's 1 bearing on side to side that is pressed in with a seal. Like once you put it on, you got to put a little seal over it. If you take out the seal, you can reuse the bearing, but you got to buy a new seal. So our parts store was closed last night, so we had to go and wait. We had to wait for today. We finally got the parts. So right here, all right guys, part number set 5, part number set 3. So it's an inner and outer bearing. The inner one goes in here, and we have a 4739. That's the little part number, 4739. Where's it at? So 4739 is this right here. But your bearings are good. You just tear this one out and put a new one in. Just a little seal right here that goes in. So yeah guys, we got the parts now. So what we went ahead and did yesterday was we painted the caliper, as you guys could tell, nice and black. Looks brand spanking new. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna set that aside. And we painted those edges right here that I told you guys about. Painted those. So we're gonna go ahead and clean this area right here. Just wipe it down. Make sure we get all the crap that's on there. And what the fuck? Alright, once it's clean, we're gonna go ahead and pack those bearings. Once we're done packing them, we put them on the new rotors, slap on the new rotors, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna set you guys up so you guys can see while I'm packing these things, and we'll go from there, guys. Alright guys, now that we packed all 4 bearings, we're gonna install the bigger ones, they're inner. Aquí le echamos grasita, you know. Le dejamos grasa en medio para que cuando los pongamos no le falte grasa. Es mejor que tenga grasa extra que le falte. ¿Por qué? Porque así cuando lo vas corriendo y eso, si no los empacaste bien o les faltó poquita grasa, se va a meter a donde ocupa ir en vez de que no tenga y se seque. Como se van a dar cuenta, dicen, la mía es 5 birlos. ¿Cómo puedes comprar una pieza así, So, esta viene siendo de una 94 en adelante, C 2500. So Cheyenne o Chevy 2500, sencilla, no 4x4 sino sencilla. Entonces lo que pasa es que tiene la misma setup aquí, porque el 4x4 es hub y viene el puro rotor, a que con esta viene toda una pieza completa. Entonces lo que pasa es de que cuando tú ordenas la de trabajo, la 2500, viene con el mismo setup pero en 6 birlos y en 8. So, trucha ahí también cuando los pídanlos para 6 birlos, porque hay de 6 a 8 y está la de 5. So, este es el bueno, este es el que se va a reemplazar. Ok, como el mío no tiene pero porque obviamente pone más nueva, pero no le impide nada, siente igual donde tiene que quedar. Y sí, guys, so this is a 6 lug from a 2500 C2500. When I go to an auto parts store, 94 C2500 2-wheel drive 6 lug, because they're 8 lug and 6 lug, so you gotta make sure you get the 6 lug 2-wheel drive C2500 1994. Make sure that you buy this and it's gonna fit on your spindle, no problem. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna throw in the bearing where it needs to go. Crap. Okay guys, so agarramos el bearing grande, como pueden ver, y lo sentamos ahí. Ese ya sentó ahí bien. Entonces vamos a poner cabrón, nomás le vamos a agarrar poquita grasa aquí, no para que resbale. Vamos a echar alrededor. So what we're doing right now, we're just putting a little grease. It's kind of like a seal so it won't come out or somewhat. I honestly don't even know. I just know it has to have it. So this is going to be hammered in. And with this, you don't want to hammer it nomás a lo puro way. So we're going to get you don't want to get grease on here. So now that it's in there, we're going to hit it with a rubber mallet, little by little, hasta que asiente completo. Luego lo volteamos, le metemos el otro y boom, se ensambla. So fácil y sencillo. Alright guys, so what we did right now, we put in the inner bearing, we put it on. It's already packed. We put the seal on here, put a little bit of grease around it so it'll slip in better. And we have our rubber mallet. So we don't damage it. No quiso, so we get a 2x4. 2x4. ¿De qué lado, mija? Limpiadita. Si no quiere así, we just get a 2x4 right here. Chinga tu madre. Aquí. Limpia toda esa mierda que cayó ahí. Fuck. ¿Está? Mientras quede ahí parejita, ya quedó plebes. Quedó centrado. Ahora le vamos a dar vuelta. Alright guys, so this is a 6-lug conversion done. This is the diff that we got from Pick and Pull, 6-lug. And up front, I had to replace the spindle, the caliper, and the disc brake because it is an 88 on this year. If you have anything, I think it's 92 and up, which comes with the what is it called, like a HD brake system, which is a fatter rotor. This one was an 88, so it had a thinner rotor. Obviously, it was smaller from the diameter on the bearings, and the caliper as well was just a little shorter. So if you guys are going with a 6-lug conversion and you have already the big rotor with the caliper, you don't gotta replace anything. You can go ahead and just get off a 94 rotors, 2500 2-wheel drive. It comes with a 6-lug, and you're able to do the 6-lug conversion up front. And if you do have the thinner one, you will replace spindle, caliper, and the rotor. Basically the whole thing. Very easy, very simple to do, and everything fits. So yeah guys, that's basically it to get this truck, your OBS 6-lug conversion without any spacers. The only spacer I have is this little small one from AutoZone, and that's just to clear this right here. But you still gotta get, you gotta finesse it in there and make sure it kind of fits, because this will stick out from the rim and your center cap won't fit on stock wheels. Obviously the only, because they're flat, it's a hub, it doesn't have this anymore, so they don't have a design with the center cap popping out. So you just gotta, what I found to do with a stock center cap is just remove the bracket and just super glue it to the rim, to where I put the rim on and then I put the cap on, and you get a little bit of it popping out, but it looks decent. But yeah guys, this is finalizing the video for the 6-lug conversion, and like I said, this is where it's at right now. We did drop this truck and it's way too low, so we're gonna remove the shackles and put the stock ones back on right now, due to the size of the tire we're putting on, and it hits too much, and we're not really trying to go step notch or anything like that on it. So yeah guys, this is it right here.